everybody and welcome back on my channel. In today's video I'm gonna present you the line of natural fragrances by the French niche perfume brand Parfumeurs du Monde. I'm very sorry for my French pronunciation. You will find the link to their official website in my description box down below, so definitely check it out for more information. This brand stemmed from a meeting of 6 passionate and creative perfumers, also lovers of natural aromatic ingredients. So all fragrances of this brand are created by different perfumers and they are all made of natural raw ingredients. So if you're a fan of natural perfumery, this is the right brand for you. Also behind each essence is a story of a human being, a life or a land. And this brand also tries to create a positive environmental, social and economic impact in the producing countries of natural raw materials and to bring their contribution to tomorrow's world. This brand also supports the non-profit association that is called like this, whose activity aims at participating to an economic model and protecting nature and those who inhabit it. And I think that we consumers should really support this brand that not only takes something from our nature but also gives something back, because it also donates a percentage of their sales to this association and also sources some of their raw materials from the organic fair trade channels developed by the association. So I absolutely love this concept. That's why I highly recommend you to check out their official website, and I cannot wait to share with you my thoughts on their fragrances. So if you're intrigued, then please keep on watching. So guys, as I've told you, each fragrance is created by a different perfumer, and this one is called Kashi and it was inspired by India. And this fragrance was created by a perfumer who is called Isabelle GELLE. I will always leave the name of perfumer somewhere over here so you can read it, because I'm afraid that I always mispronounce it. So this fragrance is a very complex one, and as all natural fragrances, it has a lot of notes and ingredients that are going on in here. That's why it is a little bit complicated to describe it, but I will try to do my best. So this fragrance opens with a very intense green, kind of like herbal, smoky, dark elements with a little bit of earthy touch. And I think that is because it features a note of fennel as well as patchouli and some dark spices, and that is exactly what I smell in the opening. And that scent lasts for a couple of minutes, but then as the fragrance settles down, it becomes more round and floral notes such as iris and hibiscus come through it. And I also smell osmanthus here, but osmanthus is not apricot-y and very sweet as it can be. There are much more osmanthus, leathery, dirty elements here, and I think that this is an awesome perfume. If you like herbal fragrances, if you like herbaceous, dark, smoky fragrances, if you like the note of patchouli, and if you like very mysterious and also woody fragrances, then this is the right one for you. To my taste, it is more on the masculine side, but I can imagine that women will love this fragrance, and this is definitely the fragrance that I personally would love to smell of a man on a date or even at work. So this is the fragrance that is pretty universal. You can wear it to any occasion, but you really need to like dark fragrances. The next fragrance is called Isabelle, and this one was inspired by the journey to South Africa, and it was created by a perfumer who is called Pertine SCANDEL. And guys, this fragrance is amazing. I love it so much. So it opens with amazing green and citrusy accord, and that is because it features a lot of beautiful citrusy notes, some green notes, but the most noticeable notes to me in this composition, like in general, not only in the opening, is definitely Davana and Jasmine. And normally I'm really not the biggest fan of those two notes, but I understood that I like jasmine and lavender if they are natural. So if they are synthetic, they are very overwhelming and very intense, but if they are natural, they are awesome. And jasmine here, it is so hypnotic, and that lavender is exotic and delicious. And I love that it is not only sweet and floral, but at the same time green, fresh and a little bit herbaceous, because it features the note of sage, which I'm the biggest fan of. And in here it is well hidden, but it brings beautiful strong notes as tuberose, lavender and jasmine in a balance. And we have also patchouli here, which I don't get a lot of. And in general, to me, this is an amazing, exotic, very irresistible fragrance that is a little bit sexy, but not in the dark, not in the dark way, you know. It doesn't have any oud here, which can make a fragrance sexy. It is just exotic and hypnotic. So I think that this is a unisex fragrance, and to me this is more summer than a winter perfume, and I definitely recommend it to all of you who like the notes, because if you like the notes, you will definitely get them in this composition, and it is awesome. I wish I had this fragrance in a full bottle, and that would be my go-to fragrance in the summer. The next one is called Agua Nativa, and it is created by perfumer Michel ROUDNITSKA, and the inspiration for this fragrance is Peru. And I love creations of this perfumer. I have tried out his fragrances in the past and I really like them, and this fragrance is not an exception. So it starts pretty fresh and spicy, and this fragrance is spicy in general. The note of basil is very aromatic here and very outstanding to me, but I also smell a lot of spices. For example, we have the note of cinnamon here, and it is definitely very noticeable, but it is much more than that. It is not a delicious pumpkin cinnamony scent, not at all. You can see that it features some citrusy elements as orange. It also has a very intense floral note of ylang ylang. It also has some dark notes as patchouli. And I think that the combination of such intense notes makes this fragrance very, very complicated, very complex, and it is a little bit hard to describe it. For me, it smells like if you were cooking something very spicy. It actually smells to me more like India than Peru, but it just smells of a lot of spices, and at the same time it is also very aromatic, and that aromatic quality comes from basil, but also because of Palo Santo, which is a very aromatic woody note. I think that this fragrance is unisex, and I think that people who like spicy fragrances will love this one. And it is actually a pretty different spicy fragrance, because in general spicy fragrances always, or in a lot of time, they feature the note of ginger. In here I don't smell gingery note. It is just all about aromatic and spicy notes, and I think that the best time to wear this one is probably summer and autumn, maybe even winter. And the next fragrance is called Tunja, if I don't mispronounce it, and it was created by the son and the father. I absolutely cannot pronounce their names, and the inspiration for this fragrance was beautiful country of Bulgaria. So this perfume is more on the masculine side for sure. It opens with citrusy and calming note of lavender and mandarins, and this fragrance is cooling in the opening. It is more on the cold side, but then with the time as it develops, you definitely need this fragrance, you definitely need to give it a minute. And this one is very aromatic as well, and even though it features quite a few floral notes, it is not that floral and girly and feminine. So to me, this is the floral masculine fragrance, and the dry down of this one is very woody. So I can describe it as a woody aromatic floral fragrance, and I think that The best time to wear this perfume is definitely when you are going out, because it has a very nice projection and really nice longevity, but at the same time you can also wear it to formal occasions because of that lavender and cool citruses. So this fragrance is pretty versatile as well. So the last but not least fragrance is called Tsingy, and the inspiration for this fragrance was beautiful Madagascar, and this perfume was created by Thierry Bernard, who is also the owner of this brand. And guys, this is my favorite fragrance of this brand for sure, because normally I'm not the biggest fan of very intense sweet fragrances, and in here we have a lot of intense floral notes such as ylang ylang, such as beautiful frangipani. We also have some vanilla here, mandarin, and the notes are awesome. But this fragrance is absolute magic. I love it so much, and this is definitely a must-have for all of you who like sweet floral fragrances. If you like those fragrances, you need to get yourself this fragrance, because without it your collection is not completed. I love it, love it, love it, and it has the most awesome projection and performance. It lasts on the skin for many hours, which is not the common thing for natural fragrances. So you can definitely see that it is made of really nice materials, and Thierry really knows how to make a fragrance last on the skin, which is awesome. I love when my fragrances have good longevity. And this is an exotic fragrance. It is so exotic. It just smells sweet, delicious, irresistible, sexy, and I love it very much. I need to have it in a full bottle, and it is definitely a full bottle blind buy worthy. So if you like the notes, if you like my description, if you're the fan of exotic fragrances that are sweet and floral and kind of like hypnotic and idyllic, then you definitely need to get yourself a bottle of this fragrance, because I cannot describe you how beautiful it is. I don't have fragrances like this in my collection. That's why I would really love to get myself a bottle of this one, and I cannot recommend you this fragrance enough. So definitely check this one out. And to conclude this video, I want to tell you that you can order samples on the official website of this brand. The link is down below. And guys, it is definitely worth it to check them out, because they are natural and they have the best quality. They all have really good longevity, so they don't sit really close to the skin. They project, but they are not overwhelming either, and they are also very nicely balanced, and the scents are very complex and really nicely done. So you can see that the perfumers are really professionals, and they really know how to create awesome fragrances. That's why it is definitely a must try. So if you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up so I know that you like it, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see each other in the next one really soon. Bye!